Despite being on a complete hiatus, NewJeans ranks third among K-pop girl groups on Spotify. Fans long for return. But while that sounds impressive on paper, it also raises a bigger question: how long can a group rely solely on past glory before the momentum starts to fade? So, let's start with the current ranking. Who is currently the most popular K-pop girl group? Depending on the criteria, the answer may vary, but when measured by global monthly listeners on Spotify, Blackpink tops the list. As of September 17 KST, Blackpink records approximately 31.98 million monthly listeners, securing their place as the undisputed leaders. Not far behind is Twice, still proving their global appeal with 26.55 million monthly listeners, making them the only other K-pop girl group with over 20 million monthly listeners. And here's the interesting part, or maybe the surprising one: what's truly noteworthy, however, is who comes in third: NewJeans. Now, the fact that despite having suspended all activities, NewJeans maintains around 13.51 million monthly listeners is both impressive and slightly concerning. It shows that their music has serious staying power, yes, but it also shows that the group's relevance is currently resting entirely on past work, not new achievements. They're still ahead of big names like Le Sserafim, 13.50 million, Islet, 11.08 million, S-Pop, 11.07 million, IVE, 7.72 million, and Idly, 7.01 million. Their debut track Attention even recently surpassed 500 million streams, and the group's combined streams on Spotify have now exceeded 6.7 billion. That's an incredible legacy, but it's also a legacy that isn't being built on anymore. And their influence goes beyond Spotify. Their popularity is not limited to Spotify. On YouTube Music, NewJeans ranked 18th on the global weekly artist chart, September 5th to 11th, with 5.28 million views, while tracks like A Hype Boy and How Sweet still chart on Melon's Top 100. Here's the twist though: the irony is that all of this success is happening while NewJeans remains completely inactive. After a court ruling that sided with Odair, the agency formerly led by Min Hee-jin, the group has not appeared on any stage since their performance at ComplexCon Hong Kong nearly 6 months ago. And this disconnect between commercial popularity and public presence has sparked disappointment among fans and insiders alike. One insider even admitted, people in the industry often say, half joking, half serious, that NewJeans could have become the most legendary K-pop girl group if they had been allowed to continue promoting. And maybe they're right. But that's also the key word: if. Potential is one thing, but fulfilling it requires action. If they resume activities in any form, they could reclaim their position faster than expected. But right now, that if is getting bigger with every passing month. Fans are clearly losing patience. Recently, 53 NewJeans fan communities issued a joint statement under the name Solidarity for Reconciliation and K-pop Advancement, urging both HYBE and Min Hee-jin to reconcile and resume NewJeans activities. They didn't just ask politely, they demanded public apologies, guarantees against recurrence, Min Hee-jin's reinstatement as Odair's CEO, and the immediate return of NewJeans to full activity. But so far, progress remains elusive. The latest mediation session, held on the 11th, ended in just 20 minutes without resolution. And to make things worse, on the same day, Min Hee-jin faced HYBE in a separate trial concerning stock buybacks and shareholder agreements, showing just how deep this rift still runs. At this point, the fate of NewJeans rests in the court's hands. If they win, independent promotions may be possible. If they lose, they face a tough choice: continue under Odair, enter a silent hiatus until the contract ends, or pay penalties and leave to start anew elsewhere. But here's the hard truth: even a burning flame will eventually fade without fuel. And right now, for NewJeans, that fuel has always been their fans who now desperately await their return. NewJeans' streaming numbers prove their music is still powerful, but numbers alone won't keep a group alive forever. Unless this legal battle ends and the group steps back into the spotlight, their story might become one of what could have been rather than what was achieved. What do you think? Will NewJeans make a triumphant comeback, or has too much time already passed? Let us know in the comments below.